What it is, Madden fam, this your boy Season Vet. Yo, today I'm gonna break down the formation 4-6 bear under, play cover 3. It's decent against the run. It's actually one of my run defenses. Also, it's mainly used for pass. To bring a little bit of heat on your pass rush. So let's go ahead and start it out with the left C gap heat. To set this up, you want a hot blitz. You're right outside linebacker. You want to shift your defensive line to the left. You want to base a line, not man a line, base a line, and then normally you would re-blitz your right defensive end and your number 2 defensive tackle. But since we're in practice mode and to make this blitz work, we need to contain both of those guys just for practice mode. So me personally, you don't have to do this. I like to bump and run. Again, this is where you're weak, so you need to know the weakness of your defense. If there was a slot receiver here, you definitely want to watch that seam. You'll get torched right there. So you just need to know your weaknesses, your defense, and what areas you need to cover. So let's go ahead and see if we can get the left C gap heat. Okay, so there we got the left C gap heat. Obviously, if they would have blocked the running back, yeah, they may have picked it up, or the running back may have whiffed. But again, it's all about mixing it up. You know, they don't know if we're coming from the right, the left, or if we're coming from both sides. So again, let's go ahead and run through the left C gap one more time. Okay, you want a hot blitz. You're a right outside linebacker. You want to shift your defensive line to the left, base a line, and re-blitz your right defensive end and your number 2 defensive tackle. But I'm going to contain those guys for the sake of this vid to make it work in practice mode. And I like to bump and run. Okay, so there's your left C gap heat. Now let's go ahead and break down the double C gap. Okay, you want to shift your defensive line to the left, base the line, hot blitz your right and left outside linebacker. Okay, now normally we would re-blitz as same as the left C gap. We would re-blitz our right defensive end and our number 2 defensive tackle. But for the sake of the video only, I'm going to re-blitz my right defensive end, Johnson. And I'm going to bump and run, and we should get double C gap heat. Okay, so let's run through that one more time. Shift your defensive line to the left, base the line, hot blitz both outside linebackers, and re-blitz your right defensive end and your number 2 defensive tackle. Okay. Let's see if we can get the double C gap heat again. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to generate the right C gap. Unfortunately, couldn't get it to work in practice mode, so I got to show you in actual game footage. So to set this up, let's go ahead and shift our defensive line to the left. You want to base a line. Now you want to hot blitz your left outside linebacker. You want to contain your right defensive end and contain your number 2 defensive tackle. Now, if the blitz is not working, for whatever reason, the right C gap honestly is not that consistent. So you may need to shift this guy to the left and click off of him. He should have rocked back in place. I don't know why he didn't. Hopefully it works right here since he didn't rock back in place. So let's go ahead and see if we can get the right C gap heat. Okay, so we were still able to get it. Okay, let's see if we can get that C gap to work one more time. The right C gap to work one more time. Shift our defense line to the left. You want to base the line, hot blitz your left outside linebacker, contain your right defensive end, contain your defensive tackle number 2. Then you need to shift your your left defensive end to the left. He should rock back in place, but he didn't. So let's shift him again. Okay, and let's go ahead and bump and run so we can make it look the same as the left and the double C gap heat. All right, so there it is. So again, you know, it's something just to mess around with. Again, a running back will pick that up, but unless you bring in a double C gap, so just mix it up. Also, it actually does a decent job against the run, is why I like it. So practice the setup. I know it seems like a lot of setups, but once you shift your line to the left and baseline, you know, that's just quick, you know, as soon as you break the huddle. So just leave you about 3 or 4 more steps. So go ahead and check it out. Be sure to like, subscribe, show us some love, man. Peace.